Hello and welcome back to Transfer Talk, where we discuss all the latest transfer rumours. With the summer window closing in just a few weeks, clubs are stepping up in pursuit of their top targets, and we've got a bumper episode lined up for you today. But remember, if you hear anything yourself, remember to @ me at @SamObasaki_ or the Football Daily account. And don't forget to like, subscribe, and click the notification button to keep up to date with all football news. This week begins in France, where Lille president Gerard Lopez has revealed the future of in-demand winger Nicolas Pepe has been decided. The 47-year-old owner said in an official statement, "For Nico, it is almost done. It's true that there are big offers and big clubs in for him, so I think he will leave." The 24-year-old has been heavily linked with Liverpool and Manchester United after a standout season in Ligue 1. The Ivorian scored 19 goals and recorded 11 assists in 33 league appearances, helping Lille secure a surprise second-place finish. In comparison to the world's best, only Messi and Mbappe have been involved in more goals for their teams last season. According to The Times, Manchester United are making the most progress in a potential deal for the winger and are looking to fund the move with the finances freed up by the imminent departure of Lukaku to Inter Milan. Liverpool seem settled with their current squad, and with Jurgen Klopp searching for a backup left-back for the departure of Moreno, we doubt the 24-year-old will be heading to Anfield. The French side value the wideman for around €80 million and will make a huge profit after he sell, buying him from Angers in 2017 for a measly €10 million. Nicolas Pepe is yet another product of the Lille production line and looks set to be their greatest export since Eden Hazard. Now we head over to North London, where the Wilfried Zaha and Crystal Palace love story is nearing its end, with Sky Sports reports suggesting Arsenal are set to make a more desirable offer for the wideman. And with the 24-year-old informing Palace he would like a move away after returning from the African Cup of Nations, it looks much more likely. The Gunners have already had a £40 million bid rejected earlier in the window, with the Eagles valuing the Ivorian no less than £80 million. However, reports are indicating a new £55 million deal plus exciting winger Reiss Nelson on a season-long loan is set to be the latest offer. The 19-year-old would be a great short-term replacement for Zaha, after having a breakout season with Hoffenheim, where he registered 8 goal involvements in 27 first-team appearances. Although that is not the same output as Zaha, who did manage to record 10 goals and 10 assists in the league, one of only 6 players to do so, Nelson will bring similar flair to the side and could excite the Eagles fans with his skill and trickery. Another player who's been reported as part of the deal is out of favour Carl Jenkinson. The 27-year-old made just 4 appearances last campaign, with 2 coming off the bench, and although Palace fans may not see his value, they have just lost Wan-Bissaka to Manchester United, so this might just be a blessing in disguise. We're staying in North London for this one, as Tottenham are set to keep Toby Alderweireld after months of speculation over his low release clause. The 30-year-old centre-back has recently been linked with a move away from the Lily-Whites after Italian club Roma became interested in the Belgian. The clause in his contract, which would allow him to leave the club for a maximum of £25 million, expires on Friday, and with his admirers yet to firm up their interest, the Belgian international expects to stay at the club. In an interview after Spurs' 3-2 win over Juventus, the defender stated, "Yes, that's my focus," when asked if he expected to be at Spurs at the start of the new campaign. Welcome news to the North Londoners, who look set to spend big in other areas, with Kieran Trippier already gone and Danny Rose on the transfer list too. Considering Alderweireld missed just 4 games in Spurs' league campaign last season, which saw them finish 4th and get to the Champions League final, it is quite clear he is still very important to Pochettino's philosophy. With the acquisition of French star Ndombele, the new stadium, and with more signings still being worked on, the Belgian has a lot to be excited about next season. We head over now to Merseyside, where BBC reports suggest that Everton are close to agreeing a £22.5 million deal to sell England under-21 forward Adebayo Lookman to RB Leipzig. Lookman enjoyed a successful loan spell with the German side in the second half of the 17-18 season, where he registered 5 goals in 11 games. Leipzig were keen on making a move permanent last summer and were willing to pay in excess of £20 million, but were told he was not for sale. Since returning to Goodison Park, the 21-year-old has struggled to stake a claim in the squad, featuring 21 times in the league, but 18 of those were off the bench. He registered just 2 assists, and due to his lack of game time, missed out on a spot in England's under-21 European Championship side. He joined Everton in 2017 after being snatched up from Charlton, where he attracted a lot of attention as a quick and skillful wideman. He is now set to ditch the mid-table Toffees and take his trade to Leipzig, who qualified for the Champions League last season. Sky Sports reports suggest he will undergo a medical with the club by the end of the week. So now that he's leaving, will Everton regret selling the young Englishman? Let us know in the poll above. Over to Portugal, where Sporting Lisbon's Bruno Fernandes has expressed his desire to play in England after a summer of speculation over his future. Manchester United have been the main team linked with the 24-year-old and will be happy with his latest revelation. The central midfielder had the best season of his career for the Portuguese side, scoring 32 goals and recording 18 assists in 53 appearances in all competitions. helping them in winning 2 cup competitions and winning the Nations League with his country. To put that into perspective, only one Manchester United midfielder managed more than 10 goals in all competitions, and that was Paul Pogba with 16. Fernandes signed a new 5-year contract with Sporting last summer, but that deal includes a £31 million release clause. However, the Portuguese side value him for around £70 million and are not obligated to listen to offers, as they can pay their captain a fee of compensation of £4.5 million every time they reject a deal he favours. Ole Gunnar Solskjaer is an admirer of the 24-year-old and has identified Fernandes as the type of player to add extra attacking threat they've been missing. However, with Sporting president Federico Varandas stating he will not leave for the prices stated in the media, Manchester United will have to fork out some big bucks if this signing is to go through. We finish up in North London, where Spurs fans' excitement might just reach an all-time high as they are set to make their 3rd signing of the season. According to reports, Tottenham have reached an agreement to bring in Real Betis' central midfielder Giovani Celso for £45 million. The Argentine midfielder has been a main target for Mauricio Pochettino, who is keen on transforming his team, and with Christian Eriksen's future in the balance, it is the perfect time for the 23-year-old to join the Lily Whites. Celso had a terrific season with Real Betis, contributing to 22 goals in 46 appearances in all competitions. He will add some much-needed attacking threat to Spurs' midfield, who struggled with this last season. Christian Eriksen was the only midfielder to surpass 10 goals, with Dele Alli on 7, and the closest after that is Dyer on 3. With the arrival of midfielder Fekir to Betis for just £17.7 million, the deal looks much more likely and means RBB are less likely to be stubborn with their original asking price of £60 million. With this deal more or less complete, Spurs' midfield looks like they'll be a force to be reckoned with next season. So that was it for this week's transfer talk. If you see any transfers you want us to talk about, or you think any big moves are going to go through, let us know in the comments below. And make sure you're following us on all the socials to keep up to date with all the latest transfer news. Bye!